Welcome to the Firepod, where we question everything. Everyone is afraid to speak out loud. My guest is a little bit different. My guest is a twist. She's not a life coach. She's different. She comes from a mindset of, I was in the trenches. I got up alone. I'm a female. You can do it too, mother. That's exactly what she tells you.
Can be a really toxic trait. Hero is not just a negative connotation. It
Okay.
can be also positive.
Absolutely.
So you being a masculine guy, providing for your family, you are a type of a positive hero.
True. But for some people, I'm a misogynist. And we can understand because everyone has a different perspective. I don't mix with a lot of people. Why? Because I have to play certain role. I have to say certain things so I don't offend you. So I have to invite you to my house with your wife. You're fat. Your wife is fat. Your kids are fat. You're going to die soon. How am I going to respect a friend like that?
So Alex, how do you stay disciplined?
How do I stay disciplined? In my opinion, discipline is something that is a non-negotiable. When I was younger, I was overweight, so I know what it's like to have been overweight. I wasn't
You're a
depressed.
fat too?
I was fat,
I was
but
a
I
fat
wasn't
fuck too,
depressed
by the way.
at all. I've never been depressed. I don't believe that, I don't really believe in therapists and stuff like that. I think you can deal with it yourself.
Welcome to the Firepod, where we question everything. Everyone is afraid to speak out loud. Good evening, ladies and gents. This is second day of Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak to everyone. We're recording evening time with my guest. We have a special guest tonight. He's going to bedazzle your mind with the things that we're going to talk about. But before we go there, Alex, what's up, man?
How you doing, brother?
How's Ramadan?
Kareem.
Thank you, sir.
How's it treating
going?
you?
Bro, I think people keep saying that they gain weight in Ramadan. I lost 2 kg since it started, bro.
Already
I'm
1
tired.
kilo a day?
I'm exhausted. I don't eat. I'm stressed out. My anxiety sometimes kicks in at 6. It's just horrible. But I like it because it humbles me, just breaks me.
It's good to humble you,
good.
man. It's good.
Every
It's
day.
good to have changes.
You get humbled every day, which is the
Exactly.
whole point. You get humbled every day. You stay where you are. You stay on track. You don't bother nobody.
Like investing in cryptocurrency in 2026. You get
For
humbled
example.
every single day as well, man.
For example,
Just a quick update.
Yeah.
Bitcoin still bastard, still below 70,000.
it keeps kicking, huh?
Yeah,
It's bullish a little bit.
Gold is trying to push around 5,000, but still struggling. Silver as well.
So come back to our special guest. So as we know, Dubai is full of life coaches who have experience coaching people in life. And that experience, unfortunately, comes from 17 failure relationships and 2 toxic ones. My guest is a little bit different. My guest is a twist. She's not a life coach. She's different. She comes from a mindset of, I was in the trenches. I got up alone. I'm a female. You can do it too, mother. That's exactly what she tells you. And what I like about her motto is, Magda says, Magda does. Magda, welcome to the Firepod, man. It's so refreshing to have you, to have someone that really understands men as well, because women is very hard to understand.
Ramadan Kareem, first of all.
Thank you, Magda.
Thank you
Same
for
to
having
you.
me. And yeah, I am super excited for this conversation.
Thank you. Tell us a little bit about Magda. I mean, you started as a nurse between Dubai and Kuwait, and look at you now. You coach leaders, CEOs, people like me and even bigger than me. I'm sure you have a lot of stories for us. I'm definitely sure, because now we look at the perspective of how men think from a female's opinion. And it matters for us. So let's start from one point that really attracted me in your book. Guys, that's the book, Mentally Agile Leader. I haven't read it all. I summarized it with Gemini, but I think I got the whole point. I got the main point, but listen, I'm being at least honest. I know exactly the whole book now. I can negotiate and debate with you now. Okay.
Go for it.
So you want me to start with you? Let
Yeah.
me start with you. The first one is hero versus a human. Me and Alex, making that show, the Firepod, we both agree on one thing: masculinity is key. There is no negotiations there. We are the 1%ers. We know that because what we believe in, what we're confident, we provide for the family. We take care. We double our money. We don't bullshit. We don't cheat on our partners. We're doing all right. So we are the 1%. We wake up early. We do that. So hero to human, I see it basically telling men that it's okay to be vulnerable in front of your woman. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Now we are opening up a Pandora box, actually.
Absolutely. That's the whole point we're
If
together.
we have 8 billion people in the world, every single person is going to have a different perspective on the hero narrative. So when I started discovering the hero narrative, I come at it from a perspective of a nurse.
Okay.
So you remember during pandemic, specifically in the UK, there was an action that people were clapping for nurses, especially in the evenings, and that was publicized. It was on the TV, so we clap for heroes. I have a real problem in healthcare specifically. If we call nurse, doctor, any other allied healthcare professional a hero, we almost remove the opportunity for them to say, I am tired, I am at capacity, I am stressed, I am burnt out. So the hero narrative in this view can be a really toxic trait. However, since I started this quest or this search, I'm a very curious person. Every single conversation I had after on the hero narrative, whether it's on my podcast or just a random conversation with people, they will start opening up my mind to a different type of a hero. So hero is not just a negative connotation.
Okay.
It can be also a positive one.
Absolutely.
So you being a masculine guy, providing for your family, you are a type of a positive hero.
True. But for some people, I'm a misogynist. And we can understand because everyone has a different perspective. Now, my question is, during you dealing and consulting with high-value men, what do you tell them? How do they maintain their absolute power in the market without burning out? Because your hero to women is avoid crashes, try to take care of your body, try to listen to your body, right? And I get it. But if you keep doing that, if you are not a strong stoic person, a man with roots, it might drag you to pursue instant gratification. And then you're in the bad side. However, but if you come from a perspective of you, who has been in the rock bottom, like us, you wouldn't take advantage of it, you wouldn't take it for granted. But how would you tell that man, the CEO that is struggling, and you see he sleeps 2 hours, burned out and stressed out, how does he maintain his power while he's in these moments? What should he do? I mean, I tell them to pray, faith. What do you tell them?
This is a beautiful question. So I will recall a few examples. And let me tell you, it doesn't matter your seniority level, they are all suffering with the same issues. So majority of senior execs will come to the first session and they are about to crash or they already crashed. They said, I am done, I am burnt out. I take care of everyone else. The business is doing well, whether I'm working for myself or I'm working for a huge organization, but no one takes care of me. So I have guys who come and say, they cannot say in their workplace that they are stressed and burnt out. Okay. Then we need to understand what is going on. Either they don't have the right language, because you don't have to say, I am stressed or I am burnt out. There are different ways of acknowledging the situation and asking for help. So I teach them a well-being vocabulary. We go through the hero narrative. Yes, it is okay to be a hero. And one of my favorite clients, I would say, I have favorite clients, he was good at making analogies. And he said, Magda, imagine that my office is like a doctor's office. People keep coming in, asking for help. I give them whatever they want. I solve problems. I firefight. I'm also a firefighter as well as a doctor. But I am struggling myself and no one is even offering or asking. So this is the negative type of hero, right? All type of leadership theories, one-man show.
True.
There is a guy on the top. I know everything. I need to solve all the issues. And they say, it is lonely at the top. And I will say, it is as lonely as you make it. If you want to go and sit on the top of this ice tower and isolate yourself,
it's your choice, right? You know the
It's your
consequences,
choice.
right? You know the consequences.
But
you know
how-
you're going to be lonely. But
Yeah, go ahead.
But you know what I tell people when they tell me, Fahad, we see what we do, because I see it already. I used to hear it, it's lonely at the bottom. I was like, what do you mean lonely at the bottom? If I have money, I'm going to go party and yachts and all that. But then it is really lonely, when you're climbing up. They start opposing with you for no reason, because you're doing things that you're not offending them. They're not bad people, the people around you. Sometimes they're family. You're not offending them by going to the gym at 4 a.m. or doing that course online. You're not. It's just they're not doing it. They know they can do it. So they project it on you. So, which brings us to another question. That's one of the things that I deal with around me with businessmen. If I'm going to relate the terminology for this type of men according to your book, I'm going to call them the fake heroes. You know why? Because that leader in his mind, he thinks he's a hero because he just replied to an email at 11 p.m. on a Monday. So now he's a hero. So now he has this syndrome that he's a leader. How do you wake him up? How do you tell him, listen, bro, you're not a hero. You're just hallucinating. How do you say it? Do you say it in a nice way, or do you say it in the arbab way, like unapologetic, like yo?
But I think the people you're dealing with are obviously the top of massive companies.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So when you're dealing with that much pressure, how are they supposed to reach out to someone, number one, who's not objective like you? And what's the way that they can start a conversation that makes them look vulnerable but not weak in front of anyone who might be taking orders from them or colleagues or anything like that?
Beautiful question again. So, I've developed 5-step mental agility framework, and this is something that I take every single client through. There is science. So I don't start with coaching if there is a huge knowledge gap. So if they don't understand the hero narrative, if they don't understand the science of stress, like acute stress is good, chronic stress is not good. It's like a chest pain. So if a patient comes to me and say, I have chest pain, I don't say push through. It's an emergency situation for me. So I help them understand the basic concepts. Then we go through assessments, whether it's emotional intelligence assessment, resilience assessment, strength assessment, and they start disclosing. So they do the storytelling. So obviously I create that magical sacred space.
Okay.
I give them an opportunity.
How long does it take you though? I mean, let's say to measure it, what was the shortest time for a man to give you that vulnerability and to be storytelling you interesting stories about things that are vulnerable to him? How long did it take you? The shortest one that you think you're proud of it. I made it.
I had clients who started disclosing even in the discovery session, because very often I am the only person that they can have that conversation with. They don't know me, but again, not every coach is suitable for every client. So that's why I do that chemistry, okay? I'm not
Maybe
for everyone.
I don't work for you.
I'm not for everyone. I'm for specific audience, same like you, right?
Yeah. You filter your clients.
If there is that connection, and I don't only work on the mind, because my coaching is mind, body, spirit. I've learned how to come back to the body. So imagine that same executive, he comes to the second session and say, it's 3 p.m. He says, I've been running around, I didn't have time to eat, I've only had 3 coffees. And I'm like, okay, pause here. This is my hard lesson to you. There won't be any mindset shift happening if you don't take care of your body. This is all connected. And then they start thinking, they used to like going to the gym. They used to like working out. They know a lot about healthy eating. So they do the steaks, protein, blah, blah, blah. So why are you torturing yourself on that level? And then, again, it's that hero narrative, right? I want to run around. So I ground, just pause. It's okay.
Be grounded a little bit.
Yes. Stop for a while, please.
Yeah, but it's very hard for some, I'm sure you met some CEOs, it's very hard for the mind to shut down, even if they do yoga, even if they pray. Like, listen, I'm a Muslim, I pray 5 times a day, I read Quran every day. I think I'm just, I practice Islam, right? Still, I want to come back to the point where you were talking about stress. You said there is the healthy stress and there's the chronic stress. I don't know, I called it healthy, right? The healthy stress, that's unfortunately the modern world. They make men and women focus more on that feeling of now, not of what are they going to feel later of doing it. Like they just complain about emotions. It's all about emotions, how they feel. It's about the child in them. What the fuck is that, Magda? Like, I mean, you grew up in Poland, right? You had rough parents like my parents, and my mom is considerably a rough woman. So we couldn't voice out our emotions. We couldn't. We have to mask it. Okay, I'll be honest. Sometimes here and there, you do something wrong and you get beating. And when your dad is beating you up and someone knocks on the door or the bell, you have to smile and go open the door to your neighbor. We don't know emotions. I don't know what's that's called. instant gratification. What I don't know what they're talking about. Like, another thing about voicing out, having a life coach, I have nothing about it. I have nothing against people who have psychologists. I can't do it. My dad told me, if you're sick in the head, if you're depressed, shut the fuck up and go pray. Pray. Have some faith. They don't know anything about the neurochemicals of dopamine or serotonin or what is wrong with your body. Are you insulin resistant? Are you fat? Because if you're fat, then that's another issue. Then now we need to talk about the inflammatory in your gut, mitochondria cells. It goes deeper. However, our parents previously, they don't know peptides. They don't know anti-aging, biohacking. They don't know how to stay young. So they all thought of pray. And we believed it. It worked. It was our placebo. It worked. From your point of view, how should I deal with men who come to you and say, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like I can go to work. I can't leave my bed because I'm so depressed. What do you tell them? He's a man. He's a grown-ass man. He has a family. How does he have time to get depressed in bed? I have no time to be depressed. I really don't have time to be depressed. Am I stressed? Yes, I'm stressed all the time. But that's the healthy stress. Am I depressed? No, I'm not depressed because I'm doing everything right. Yes, I'm anxious. Yes, I'm stressed. But I'm very content with what I do. Because when I wake up in the morning, I don't say, how can I be happy today? No, I say, how can I make my family proud of me today? So the perspective changes. Once I hit the rock bottom and became alone, all I had is faith. So reading the Quran and going through the things and the adversities and losing everything around me, faith was only there. I didn't have Xanax. I didn't have Dr. Isabella in Jumeirah Clinic who takes 2,500 dirhams for a consultation fee just for me to sit on a leather sofa and spill my guts out. Why do I have to believe her? Because she has a certificate on the wall? I'm sure she has her own bills to pay. I'm sure maybe she has a toxic husband too. We don't know. So you're alone. So what do you tell these men? The first thing, when you acknowledge and you, from your analysis, he's chronically depressed. How are you going to tell him? Because in his head, he knows he's depressed, but it's going to be very hard to tell him, you are medically depressed. Now, it hits him hard. Now he has to accept it. Now he's going to change. Now his rock bottom is going to push him all the way up because there is no way else to go. Now he knows that shit. Just like the guy who gets to 45 years old and starts eating sugar and all of a sudden he's diabetic. He changes, loses weight, becomes thin. Khalas, now it's serious. So how do you say it?
So see, as a coach, I have my limitations. I'm not going to be coaching the depression, but I can work alongside. So someone can be in therapy and they can have coaching as well at the same time. So it's really acknowledging the situation and getting the goals right at the very beginning. And every person is different. And I have that blessing that I use coaching, mentoring, mental health, first aid. So I have a lot of modalities to be able to help a person. But then coaching doesn't work if you don't have that accountability and that drive at the beginning.
True.
That's why we say coaching is good for people who want to go from good to great. If you are in a black hole, in a black ditch, it's not a good point to start.
Wow. I like how you framed it. Okay, I have one last question for you, and then I'm going to let you ask me whatever you want. Just one last question, because this question is going to sum up your book. If someone is listening to us right now, and he wants to start building that mental agility tonight, he's in the trenches, his ex-fiancée left him for his best friend, she took his crypto wallet, and took his money. And now he's alone. He has nothing. What are you going to tell this guy? This guy was, all he did was nice. Because women tell the guy, please be nice. He was nice. He opened doors. Yeah, he came home early. So that's my client. What should I tell a guy like that? He's successful in life. He made money. But sometimes, making money and being successful, you can still be a fat guy. For me, in my eyes, you're not successful. You're lazy. This guy was everything. 6-pack, money, marina penthouse, everything. She didn't need anything. And he was nice. Just nice. Just a nice guy. What are you going to tell this guy? How should he go forward from now? He's 35. How can he trust a woman from now on? Now, let alone, he has issues with his mom before too. She was very dominant. His dad left. So he was a mama's boy, and it took him a long time to become a good man. The moment he becomes a good man, someone takes it from him. That's not nice.
So when people come to me and they say they want to work on mental agility, I start with definitions. What is mental agility? If you don't understand what you want, there is no way that you're going to reach to where you want to reach. So I explain it very simple way. Imagine you have a basket of tools. Every single one of us has a basket of tools. Mine is yellow, yours is black, yours is blue. In that basket, you're going to have a different combination of tools. As you move through life, you keep adding, you keep upgrading.
Okay.
So it's a continuous evolution, not just a 90 days course. And you're going to be mentally agile. So we look what you already have in that basket that you are utilizing at an efficient level. It might be the well-being vocabulary. It could be emotional intelligence. It could be emotional literacy. There are certainly things that you are doing well. What are other tools in that basket that needs upgrading, and what is completely missing that you need to add?
Do you have a certain questionnaire that you give your client in the beginning, just so you can at least categorize him?
So when we do the discovery sessions, and I suggest certain type of assessments depending on what is coming up in the discussion, emotional intelligence assessment is almost universal. You will quickly discover that either you are good at relationship management, but you are not good at self-awareness or situational awareness. So it gives you indicators, and then you add the storytelling, the client starts disclosing, and then you have a picture building in front of you. But the whole idea is for them to see that picture. Because people, when they start verbalizing, all of a sudden they see there were scattered dots before, but now I can see the connection. And I help them make this connection.
So you just show them the way.
I show them the way. I often explain, imagine that me and you are in the car. You are behind the driving seat, and I'm the GPS.
Okay. All right.
So I'm here to guide you. So I am the expert in the coaching process, but you are the expert in your own life.
That makes me rephrase my question that we're going to end. If someone is listening, same guy, and he wants to start the mental agility leadership, what is the first habit the first habit that he can start with tonight before coming to you and telling you, I can do it. I can start healing with you. So what would you give him the least thing that really will make a change? If he did it for 4 or 5 days, he would feel something. But he has to be doing it 3-4 days, not one time, oh, I didn't feel anything. No. You got to do it. So
I often ask my clients at the beginning for an intention. So what's your intention? Set the intention first thing you wake up in the morning. Intention before you enter that strategy meeting. How do I want to show up? What energy do I want to bring? And that intention is going to guide you. So you need to, almost like a purpose. You cannot just run around, autopilot, blah, blah, blah. You need to have a structure. Intention gives you the structure in your life. And it helps you align, and this is science. Intention helps you align mind, body, spirit. And
subconsciously.
Subconsciously.
I started doing things at work I wouldn't do, but because in mind, I know what I want to reach at work. So I started doing it subconsciously. I started plotting, thinking.
Mental rehearsal. Sometimes you just, you need to rehearse it in your head. But
you have to.
It gives you a structure. Otherwise, you might get lost. And specifically when you're lost, or you are in that moment where I feel like I'm going to crash, come back to yourself. What's the intention? Connect this intention to your values.
Wow.
And you have a roadmap. And you can move through life with that roadmap.
Only if they are serious about their intention and they really want to heal.
The accountability needs to be there. Like if you're not committed,
you can't give him that.
I can be magical coach. Nothing is gonna happen.
Yeah. He can't come I'm sorry, I'm going to say it. I have to say it. You can't come from a Manjaro perspective, something that comes and solves your problem with mental agility. You have to put some work in it. Yeah.
What would you say is the definition of mental agility for you?
Actually, very good question. It keeps evolving. When I first brought the concept to the table 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I used to say is the ability to deal effectively with what is going on inside you and outside you. And then the evolution started happening. Mental agility is almost like the metacognition, so the highest level of intelligence, that I am able to catch my thoughts. Not only the unhelpful ones, but also the helpful ones. So when you are able to catch these unhealthy thoughts that came to you, you are in control of the second one. The first one, it's okay, it happened. But then when you understand the science that after that thought there is an emotion, and if the thought is negative, I'm going to start
follow
feeling,
it with the positive,
yes,
right? That's atomic habits.
Not positive, but ask yourself, is it true? Because we create narratives in our heads.
lot.
So is it true, or is it just my mind trying to trick me and create a narrative because I perceive a trigger? So it's like
there's
all
always a
days,
trigger for something.
There is a trigger. So understand yourself.
Wow.
Yeah, understanding the trigger and not going into the trigger all the time is
Maybe
really
you let
important.
it, because what I do when those bad thoughts come, what I do is basically I embrace it. I let it slide through my brain slowly. I ain't gonna touch it.
Can I give you a magic formula?
Please.
So I've designed a lot of formulas actually for mentally agile leaders. And the one that is really making waves is pause,
Think, talk. Wow.
Majority of people skip the first two.
True. Listen, it's very
common
hard.
sense, but you need to have the
It's
framework.
very hard, Magda. It's very hard. I listen. I mean, people say in general until today. Every day I get it. Every day, even at my line of work, even in my business in the office with my team. I'm arrogant. I'm very mean, but I'm
That's
not.
an awareness in itself. If you are able to say you're arrogant, that's an awareness. Then what do you want to do about it?
I walk away.
Okay.
But even when I
That's a
walk away,
choice.
But even when I walk away, I'm not. I'm not. They're not leaving me alone. That's what I'm saying.
How do you feel when you walk away with
Better.
this awareness?
Better. Like, I work in one of my businesses. The whole board. I'm against them. All of them. All of them. I'm not saying you're bad. You're on the board with me, but I don't respect the way you do it. I think I can do it better. The idea that you challenge it is a problem. So even when you're trying to be a good man or a good person or a high value man in the society and do your things that you have to do, people will still hate you. So
yeah, but you stood up by your values. So what I understood, you had an awareness, you made a choice, and then there is an outcome. You told me you feel better, and this is another magic formula of mine. Awareness, choice, change. Every time I have an awareness, whether it's a feeling, is a piece of information that I have gained, I have a choice. What do I want to do with it? I want to study it more. I want to act on it. I want to walk away. There will be an outcome. Every time you make a different choice to what you used to make before on this awareness, you're going to arrive at a different outcome. And again, you said it's difficult, but I will challenge you here. It's difficult at the beginning.
very.
The minute you start practicing and seeing either a lesson or an improvement, the motivation comes. So you need to create your own motivation. And you say you don't wait for anyone. No one is going to save you.
No, I don't.
Yes.
No. I mean, I piss off a lot of people around me.
Okay, that's
But
fine.
I hope they understand. It's just, I'm trying to get rich, man. I'm trying to outwork you, all
Everyone
of you.
is.
But they don't say it. I say it. I think that's my problem. When I tell them in the face, I wake up at 4 a.m. and I'm gonna outwork you every day. It causes trouble, but I can't keep it in. They say it's a thin line between confidence and arrogance, and I'm keeping that thin line, and I will never cross that thin line. You know why? Again, because we've been in the trenches. We're very kind people.
So now I will challenge you again. Maybe you are confident and not arrogant.
100%. Because when I'm empathetic person, but not sympathetic. I feel your pain, but I'm not going to feel sorry for you. You know why? Let's go back to my story. My dad was rough on me. I didn't take pills. I didn't have anyone to talk to. So why do I have to feel sorry for you? I'm sorry. You're a man too. Get up. Do your thing. Why you're fat? You're glutinous. And then you come to me, you tell me you're depressed. Bro, of course you're depressed. You're fat as How am I going to tell you this? But believe it or not, some clients love it, and that's the way it works with them. But maybe in the beginning, when they do the consultation, I'm very straightforward. I don't speak like that, of course. I don't say you're a fat, But I say, bro, you're fat. You're not big boned, you're fat. Let's face this. If you face it, we go second stage. When they acknowledge that, okay, yes, I'm fat, and you say to them, they kind of respect you. But then when they respect you, here is the right challenge comes, because now they're in deep pain. Now they have to change. Remember when I told you the pain of staying is harder than the pain of changing. They are here, so they have to change. So when they change and you were the trigger, the signal, oh boy, they prove you wrong. And most of them, I hire them because they prove me wrong.
It means they will grow. It's a trajectory upwards, right? You want the spiral upward, not
It triggered him for someone to be mean to him.
Yes.
You know how dangerous this man is? These men are dangerous. So, I mean, being a dangerous man, you cannot be a human. You cannot. Because you have to be shark in the business. Because if you're shark with personal life, people will say you're very arrogant. So in order for me not to segregate, because for me, I don't even have a lot of friends. My circle is very small. My lawyer, my accountant, my partners, and that's it. So I don't mix with a lot of people. Why? Because I have to play certain role. I have to say certain things so I don't offend you. So I have to invite you to my house with your wife. You're fat. Your wife is fat. Your kids are fat. You're going to die soon. How am I going to respect a friend like that? I can't. So better for me, face solitude, stay alone, make more money. And since I have insecurity, I call it innocent insecurity, clean, positive insecurity, which is you have a family and you're fat. I'm alone and I don't depend on anyone's energy. Yeah, maybe I'll go to my partners here and there, but I'm alone fighting. Even with my wives, I have a separate home for me to think without them. And they understand that because they know the process. So it's very hard to understand those weak men and tell you, okay, what am I going to do in my life? Go get a six-pack. And once you get a six-pack, come and tell me you're depressed. You're not. Show me one person who has a six-pack who's depressed. I don't know anyone who has a six-pack who's depressed. Because the six-pack is not about the physicality and the aesthetics of it. It's the process and the journey that you go through every day to get those six-pack. You have to stay sub 10% body fat. You know how hard is that? And people say, bodybuilders. The bodybuilders is the discipline they do. Yeah. It's waking up, the fasted cardio. They know your biohacks. They know how to grow the muscle. They're aware of their scientific anatomy more than you fat So of course you're going to listen to them. So fix your face, fix your fat gut, and go check yourself. You're insulin resistant, you're depressed, your testosterone is down. How does your even wife get attracted to this? So let's be honest. I'm not going to ever tell you. And Magda, thank you so much for listening to that rant about men, of course, because I know the type of men that they come to you, and I hope they see that. And I hope some of your men that come to you, they like my style when we teach them, because that's the only way. Maybe in future, because the synergy between me and you is really good. I like it. She understands what she talks about. And you come from pain of nurse, so you've seen humanity a lot. You've been into humanitarian cases, and you've been into the ICU. You've seen a lot. So for you to come and be that dangerously calm, I have much respect for you. So maybe you start with people like that to get mentally agile. Then when they're mentally agile and they want to make millions, they come to me. We can work together on this. I'll help them. But now they see my style. You're a bit nice. You're nice to them. But they need nice in the beginning.
Kind.
You're kind. You're kind. I can't be. I'll be kind. I'll understand you. I'll tell you, brother, I feel your pain, but we got to wake up at 5.
No, but for me, it is kind to tell someone you are overweight, to do something about it. That's kindness.
It's the
nice
truth.
Is, maybe.
These are not the friends. These friends, they all left me when I was in rock bottom. All these people know you're doing okay, and then when I fall, no one is there.
Yeah, that's
no one.
nice. That's nice.
So yeah, we asked a lot. Amazing.
Then I need to ask you a
question. You
question.
have to ask me.
You need to talk now.
Oh, she's gonna shoot. I'm ready.
So you asked me a lot of interesting questions. Yes, you now know a little bit about my background. You know that I am kind, not nice.
You are.
that I am calm, but it took years to get to that calm because I first need to go through my own framework before I start preaching. So tell me, a moment in your life, maybe decades ago, maybe recently, when you paused, you made a reflection, and you said to yourself, I cannot continue like this any longer.
Well, I'll be honest with you, Magda. I mean, no one knows this. I never talk about this, but that's a very good question. That's a very nice question, right? I mean, it wasn't honestly that dramatic, cinematic moment in my life where it was like, da-da-da-da, wake up, you have to. No, it was an excuse I give myself. I overlook it the first day. I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow. Tomorrow comes, I don't go. It becomes a habit. The habit becomes a personality. When you stack those disappointments, not excuses, because the more you give if I say tomorrow I'm going to go to the gym and I don't go, that's not an excuse. That's for me in my head. It's a disappointment. I disappointed myself. I would rather last night not say I'm going to go to the gym. Now I have guilt because I said it and I say, I do what I say. Magda does, right? And that pain itself kills. And when you reach to that level frequency of self-conscious and conscientiousness with yourself, you have to say what you do and you have to do what you say, or else you can't sleep at night. And once you reach to that level, sit me with 70 hustlers. I mean, you're in Dubai, you know how many of those crypto kids and scammers and all that. I sit on a table with them for 5 minutes to 7 minutes max. No one can hustle me. Them looking at me, just looking at me, they know they can't fuck around, because that dominance doesn't come from arrogance, it comes from discipline. You see, I'm going to end this with one advice from my humble experience. When you build confidence on talent, you become arrogant. If you're a good digital marketing guy and you know the SEOs and how to do marketing and how to promote and branding, and you become so good, your hourly rate becomes so high, you become arrogant. However, when you become confident from discipline, you become dangerous. You become very, very dangerous guy. You become that guy that if someone comes and looks at you and tells you, you look at him and smile and say,
thank you.
All right, I'll see you around. I'm an ex-boxer. I'm a hot-tempered guy. Everyone knows around me. Everyone even used this against me, even now when I changed. People use things against you. So they say I'm hot-tempered, I'm arrogant, I'm rude. They use it against me in certain situations, everywhere. Because, you know, when you are very disciplined and corner them, what are they going to say? Oh, he's not what he said, but how he said it. The moment a man tells me how he said, it's how he said it, I was like, you're a bitch. Because you're very, very concerned about how I said it. You're an emotional bitch. I don't want to be your friend anymore. And that's it. I walk away, just as I said. Now, it wasn't that dramatic. Habits kept stacking. And then I said, all right. Until when? I became fat. My ex-fiance left me. My family didn't believe in what I do. Everyone left. My friends left me. They were busy. I don't know. Everyone was busy for some reason. I had to stay alone. And that's when I was like, okay, I'm sitting on the same couch for days now, getting drunk out of my ass. Then what? And that's where I was like, all right, I mean, it's painful. Let's see what's on the other side. Is it that painful? And honestly, I was very selfish. I thought maybe going to that side will be less painful because I was lazy. It was less painful because one thing, I had the willpower, which ends with you. If your people come to you without the willpower, I totally respect that. From the beginning, you said it, because you can have the therapists, you can have the chefs, they cook for you organic food, but you can still be a fat fuck.
Yeah, still eat Ben and
You
Jerry's.
still eat fucking Ben and Jerry's. But once you have the willpower, it might take a long time, the process, but even when you lose everything around you and everyone, you know how to come back. You know, yeah.
So Alex, how do you stay disciplined?
How do I stay disciplined? In my opinion, discipline is something that is a non-negotiable. When I was younger, I was overweight, so I know what it's like to have been overweight. I wasn't depressed.
You were a fat too?
I was fat, but I wasn't depressed
too, by the way.
at all.
Shit.
I've never been depressed. I don't believe that, I don't really believe in therapists and stuff like that. I think you can deal with it yourself. But
That's where we align.
I do feel that there are mental models that make sense. And I feel that someone like yourself can put those mental models, but it's a matter, I'm not saying it is common sense. You've obviously understood it, but it's things which if you spend long enough with yourself, you can start to understand if you have a high emotional IQ, and not many people do. But I feel like if you go to the gym, if you're disciplined, if you eat well, and you know how to control your emotions and stuff like that, you can build frameworks that help, like you're saying, like you need to be testing. Everything is A/B testing. Okay, this thought came into my mind. How did I react? Was it positive or negative? And then you have to feed the positivity. And everything is in your mind. You can control everything. I think the one thing that's a cheesy line that like parents tell their kids and stuff is that you literally can do anything in the world. You literally can.
You can literally do anything, honestly.
Anything in the world if you put your mind to it. And you don't listen to other people and you don't allow other people's opinions to put you down. I think some of the biggest problems or mistakes that happened in my life were people planting an idea in my brain.
They didn't even try it. They tell you, oh, bro, it's about business. Did you try it? Did you open a cafe? No. Then how the fuck do you know?
I have the worst
We don't
one.
know. How do you know? Why do you break my wings? Not when I dream, mother. Talk to me later.
I was living in Nigeria and I had gone to London and I saw business model Deliveroo. And I said, man, this business model is amazing. It's going to do amazing. And I have the email. I'll pull it up. Actually, I'll pull it up in post-production where I emailed Deliveroo.
What did you tell you want to bring the franchise?
To Dubai.
Oh, long time ago. What year?
Bro, ages ago, man.
No way.
Like 11, 12 years ago.
No way.
I have the email and they're like, we're currently not looking at the UAE, but we'll let you know.
Damn.
But at that point in time...
God's plan. God's plan. I think God's plan. God
but
didn't
I
want to
had
give it to
another
you.
friend who I wanted to do it with and he's like, I don't think it's going to work. So I was like, it's one of those things that happens. I mean, Deliveroo exited here for $3 billion. No, there's no reason why I didn't make $3 billion. You guys
I mean, the reason...
No, that's a mistake.
You know what would I do? What would I say? I would say, yes, it was my fault. I didn't make the 3 million. I would blame it on me.
I blame it on myself.
I would blame it on me just so I can move forward. Because I don't want to think of it. Okay, I lost it. What the fuck? Am I going to cry about it? And that's what happens with entrepreneurs when they start the journey of entrepreneurship. The first failure, they sit 6 months, 4 months. What am I going to do? No, I'm going to jump into another project right away. Because those 4 to 6 months for you to mentally adjust, bro, I'm crushing you. I'm already crushing you 4 months. I have already a business idea while you're wiping your tears with your girlfriend at home, being fat, binge eating on Netflix. Let's be honest, that's what happens to men, right? And
Speed
now let me
execution, man.
Right,
important.
and let me bring you to our society, about masculinity and modern day women. Since you're a very strong alpha woman, however, you submit to your husband, and I respect that. Although she's a strong woman, right?
She looks
you
like
can
one.
sense the energy, right?
Yeah.
So, women like you remind me of my sisters, my old sisters, and how their marriage went, and how it was innocent in the beginning, and how they were married all virgin. Yeah, we're different world now, right now. It just pisses me off to see what's happening now and just making everything normal. So you remind me of them. These women don't exist anymore, Magda. For men like me, it's very hard to deal with modern day women, not because they're strong. They're not strong. You bitch slap that woman who disrespects you, and she'll know that the man is still stronger than a woman. And she'll learn her boundaries. You know what happened to these OnlyFans women? You know why they became very arrogant and they can face you and tell you, hey, we're not doing anything wrong? All these hookers and all these women who come to Dubai, talk about feminism, they became a currency in Dubai. Look at Ukrainian women. They came to Dubai, and most of them, they talk about feminism. Only feminism goes out of the way when it comes to you take her to a DIFC restaurant and you have to pay. And you have to pay for her caviar. Now she's not a feminist. Now she's a princess. Women, you're 38 years old. You're auntie. How can I treat you like a princess? I cannot spoil you with roses. You're 38, man. 5 more years, I'm going to call you auntie. Correct, Magda? Like, know your age. So how to deal with these women? How to have men like me to find wives? I mean, I have wives, but I mean, I like women. I like to reproduce, because I know my genes are fucking legend. I know I'm phenomenal. So I want to bring more kids to life. So it's good to find women. It's very hard to find women who you can tell her, listen, I'll protect and provide for you. I'll take care of you. Everything I have. Just be loyal, be nice, bring peace home. They can't even do that. Where can we find them? What can we do? I mean, you lecture men, right? What are you gonna tell this woman who's
Let's
just looking
stay
at
here
us?
for a bit. Masculine, feminine. Alex, what do you think? The imbalance in the world. Is there an imbalance?
Imbalance between masculinity and feminism?
Yes.
No, not really. I don't feel like there's an imbalance, in my opinion. What about you?
Femininity, not feminism. Femininity, or you mean feminism?
Feminine energy. So
Feminine energy.
you said I submit to my husband, right? And we had a conversation before this podcast. I used to be, you called me alpha. I wouldn't say it, I'm an alpha. I might come on the exterior, especially when I get the
just
talk
because you're Polish.
going. Yes, because I'm Polish.
They're mean. Yeah, you're right.
No, they just have
Eastern
that like
Europe. Even when
Eastern
you
Europe,
send
Eastern
me
Europe
the,
in face.
They're hard.
when I messaged you and you put the emoji of a saluting soldier, I knew immediately where you're coming from.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
of the
Polish,
way that I talk.
exactly.
So
Exactly.
remove the accent, remove the exterior. Like I used to be heavily in the masculine, and I realized that as a leader 10 years ago, I am that general. Okay, people are gonna do as I tell them. You take Magda's way, or there is no other way, right? Everyone has to do 200% productivity. You need to be available 24/7. Military precision.
True.
Till I started noticing around me that there are different ways of leading. And then I learned the feminine, masculine energies in leadership. You have feminine and masculine. I have feminine and masculine.
Absolutely.
Everyone has.
Absolutely.
What does it mean? People, it's almost we are brainwashed or we are sold narratives. We are conditioned. And this is not, how do you say, this is not a conspiracy theory.
I mean, that's what we want to talk. I think masculinity these days is being punished.
Yes.
It's not being punished. It's reprogrammed. Okay. They reprogrammed men nowadays to comply.
Who? Who are they?
The system.
Who is the system?
That's a big question. That's a very
Epstein.
big question.
Let's say it.
I mean,
See, I don't
the
see-
system.
I
The
don't
system
see that,
itself
though, but I
teaches
guess
you
it's
is
because-
giving the problem with the system. We started to experience feminism in the 70s. 70s basically it's when they invented Xanax. That's why housewives were happy. So when they saw them happy hippie, cleaning the house well, cooking, ironing, they were like, they proved their place in the house. Let's give them a try in the corporate life. Maybe admin, maybe doing Excel sheets, maybe being finance. And they came to the society. And along the time, fast forward, every time we follow women, we crash down. It always ends up with a disaster because women end up how they feel, man. It's not systematic like men. We are programmed to hunt. We are programmed to collect gold, like Smeagol, like Lord of the Rings. Collect, conquer, take over, take this sea, the Gulf Sea, bring in economy, gas. We're built for that. We're not built for emotional drama. I'm not going to be your emotional baggage at home where I'm going to be telling you, it's okay, sweetie. You're depressed because you're PMSing. I'll tell you, all right, well, shit happens. Go make me a sandwich. Because when I wake up at 4 a.m., make you money and buy you a Birkin, I don't complain. I don't complain. I keep everything at home from the door outside. The moment I walk in, I leave my ego, my arrogance at work with my team, my loss in court, everything. So you come, I open the door and you come and tell me, babe, why did you leave the toilet seat up? Really, bitch? Go and make me a sandwich. We're going to end up our fire episode tonight. Magda, thank you so much for coming to us. Thank you for dealing with two men around us. And around this episode in Dubai Podcast Studio, as usual, the sponsors. Anything you want to tell, you want to end up from your side? One word. If we want to describe Magda with one word, not for men, not for your consultants, for the world. Who's Magda? Give me one word. I have the word in my head, but I'm not going to say it. It's maybe stereotypical, but it just suits you very well.
Human.
What
Nice.
was yours?
Fighter.
Fiery
A fighter.
human.
Yeah. I always say, it's better to be a warrior in the garden than a gardener at war. It's always to be
Can
ready.
you read?
Muharaba. Warrior. I like this.
Nice.
Amazing. Magda, thank you again.
Thank you so much, Magda.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
See you
Wow.
guys to the next Firepod.
Adios.
Wow.